Matt Bentley, MMA Futures. I'm here with Nolan McLaughlin. Nolan, tomorrow night you step into the MCF cage. You're fighting Anthony Cox. Why don't you give us a little bit of background of yourself? Tell us where you're training out of. Tell us where you're from.
From Pueblo, Colorado. I train out of Colorado Springs with Shingatai Slaughterhouse. I also cross-train with Ultimate Performance with the boys. I help them try to get through, all their fights as well. I don't even know.
That's all right, man. That's okay. That's all right.
Weight cutting, I train on pretty much everything. There isn't anything we don't train, really. Mostly stand-up, but, we have the ground as well, so, it is what it is.
Okay, so tomorrow night you're fighting Anthony Cox. Tell us a little bit what you know about your opponent, kind of how you see the fight going, kind of what the game plan is heading into tomorrow night.
He's a wrestler. I know that he's going to want to take me down, but I've also watched a few fights. He's got a power right hand. He's going to look for that straight shot. It's just wherever it takes me. I'm good either way. If we stand and bang, that's fine. If we go to the ground, I got great submissions. So either way, a win's a win. So that's what we're looking for.
So at the end of the day, man, it's just it's a fist fight on a Saturday night, okay? So tell me a little bit about the support group you have behind you, anybody that you brought with you that's kind of backing you or supporting you here tomorrow night here in North Platte.
I got, my teammate, Dylan Stubblefield. He came to support us, actually helped corner as well. I got my boys that I help train from Pueblo as well. And then I got my coaches that help them, help me as well. So I got a great support group, They all give me a hard time, push me through, moments of weakness and get to the top,
So speaking of weakness, one of the things I think people overlook all the time is like the mental aspect of combat sports, right? The mental aspect of MMA, okay? So you've probably thought about this fight 1,000 times already, heading into it, okay? Where do you see this fight end up? Like a picture-perfect ending, how does this thing go?
To be honest, I've never really picture perfect this fight, to be honest. This wasn't the original opponent I was supposed to have, so to have to take it on a short notice and then try to game plan and whatnot, it's kind of blurry, but like I told you, it's just wherever it goes.
Sure, and one of the things you talked about was you guys always have a game plan. You head into the fight, you can follow your game plan. You worry about yourself, not so much your opponent. Okay, so when you have an opponent change like that, what does that do to like kind of disrupt your training, or has it at all, or like are you like mentally there and ready to take this thing to the ground and be done?
Mentally there. I'm always mentally there.
Sure.
I just fought 20 days ago. I fought on the 3rd. It was a great outcome. Ended quick, first 2 minutes. It was the same plan.
Yeah. And your nose looks like the same question mark as mine. So like I can tell that you've been in some scraps. You know what I'm saying? So heading into tomorrow night, is there anything else you want to say about the fight? Anything else that you want to put out there for our listeners on MMA Futures to hear about you?
Oh, man, just stick to it. Keep the grind up, win, lose, or draw. I mean, if you really want to make this happen, you got to change your mentality. Women, stay away from them because they're a hindrance. Just constantly grinding. Grind. Don't make excuses.
Okay, so last thing I'm going to ask you here. Everybody grew up having like one cartoon that they watched, right? One cartoon that was like life at the time. Okay, what was that for you?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yeah.
DBZ, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow night, this guy's going to Kamehameha somebody, okay, right? Okay, so Dragon Ball Z tomorrow night, okay? Check us out, St. Patty's Showdown 6 MCF live on MMAFutures.com.